number 3 of the nursery transformation. I thought I would just start this video here and do a little bit of a before and after, because today is the day that the carpets are getting fitted, which is really exciting. The first room in the house to get carpet. We will eventually carpet all upstairs, like we'll get a stair runner, do the landing and all of the bedrooms, but obviously that will be one of the very last things that we do. But we of course couldn't have our baby's nursery with no carpet, so this is the first room to be carpeted. You'll have seen in the previous video, I think, we pretty much got all of the decorating done, all the messy jobs are out the way, painting is all done, ready for the carpet to go down. So I'll give you a quick look at the before. I know you'll have seen this previously if you've watched the other videos, but this is how the room is currently looking. So all of the decorating is done, all of the painting is done, all the stripes are done, thank God. So yeah, the carpet we've gone for in here is, it's actually a wool carpet, which I really like the look of. I prefer sort of rough textured carpets rather than like the really fluffy, soft, thick pile carpets. I'm not as much of a fan of those. They do feel lovely, obviously, like to touch and under your feet and stuff, but yeah, I do really like a wool carpet. However, they're not the most practical. I don't think you can clean wool carpets just with like carpet cleaners and stuff. So we basically found a wool carpet from Frank's, I think we went for, and it was an offcut, so it was just like rolled up at the back of the shop. And when we actually came to measure it, we didn't think, well, Louis didn't think the measurements were right that were written on it, and he was right, the measurements were wrong. If that makes sense. So they remeasured it and it literally was like to the millimetre for this room. It was £45 for this carpet, and it was the perfect carpet in my eyes. It's a very light cream, like very, very light beige colour, which again probably isn't the most practical, but it was £45, and yeah, we basically would have ended up paying quite a bit more for a much worse carpet if we'd have gone for something different. We were just going to always go for a cheap carpet in here because we'll just see how it wears, and when it does come to us like carpet in the rest of upstairs, we'll probably replace the carpet in here. So we weren't really like precious about it. We were just going to go with the cheapest one that we could find. But yeah, it just seemed daft to pay more for a worse quality carpet. But obviously the only issue with the wool one that we've gone for is sort of cleaning it and stuff. So hopefully there won't be too many spillages or explosions in this room. We did consider getting a rug, which we might still do, but we just kind of thought for £45, if there is spillages, if it does get a little bit ruined, we'll replace it in the future, and it's £45. So that's the carpet update. Obviously I'll just show you once it's done. I don't know what time they're coming, it's just like an all-day call, so we shall wait and see. But I'm very excited for the carpet to be in this room, and then the plan is possibly this weekend, maybe it's tomorrow, we might go to Ikea and get the furniture, because yeah, we've pretty much just been waiting for the carpet to go down in here, and then we can buy and build the furniture. Oh, Nelson, have you got carpet? Oh no 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 no. So this is how the carpet's looking. All done. It's nice and soft and squishy to walk on in here. I've forgotten the feeling of carpet, to be honest, because we literally don't have carpet anywhere in this house. Obviously we've got little offcuts like this just on top of the floorboards, but it's not really the same. So yeah, it's nice and soft and squishy. It feels really nice to walk on. But yeah, I'd sort of forgotten exactly what colour we'd gone for, and I was a little bit nervous how it was going to look against the wall colour. But to be honest with you, in person, I feel like it's coming across quite different on camera, but in person it looks a very, very similar colour to the wall, to be honest. But it's fine, it's just nice and neutral. There is a little bit of damage, not damage, that's the wrong word, just some like chipped paint on this door, and like a couple of cracks and stuff in the skirting board, obviously just from them like fitting the carpet. So we do need to take this door off and shave it down a little bit on the bottom. It's just getting stuck on the carpet, and he said it's obviously not best to sort of force it. So hopefully Louis can do that, maybe even tonight, just so that we can keep this door shut, because we don't have the radiator on or anything in here, so we tend to just keep this door shut to sort of like keep the heat like contained in the rest of the house, if that makes sense. But yeah, it smells all fresh and new. I need to give it a hoover. I feel like there's a mark right there. You can see it on the camera, like a dark mark. I might try and give that a wipe. But yeah, for 45 quid, can't go wrong at all. I'll give you a close up. Yeah, I can't believe we've actually got carpet in one of the rooms. The first room in the house to have carpet. It feels very, very nice. I'm just currently on the Ikea website because we need lots of different bits and bobs from Ikea when we go, hopefully tomorrow. But I feel like I need to know in my head exactly what we need, and I'm writing myself a list, because otherwise I'll just walk around the shop and I'll either buy things unnecessarily or buy things we don't need, or I won't buy what we do need. So yeah, I'm just gonna get a list sorted, ready for Ikea, and the nursery is all ready for furniture. You can't even really see baby girl today. I've got a big oversized jumper on, but she's definitely there. So this is Louis' job for the next 6 weeks. No. We ended up having a spontaneous Ikea trip yesterday, yesterday afternoon. So it was probably the biggest Ikea purchase. Well, it was definitely the biggest Ikea purchase we've ever done. We got lots and lots of bits. We got all of the bits for the nursery. So Louis just starting on the drawers, are you? Yeah. So 6 drawers. We've got like a big chest of drawers for this side, and then we got the cot, which will go over here. We ended up getting different to what I originally thought we were going to get. So we got a bit of a nicer cot and probably nicer drawers, I would say. Similar size, like they're quite similar, the drawers, but these ones just had a little bit more detail to them. What else did we get? Did we get anything else for the nursery?
We got all the stuff to go in the drawers.
Yeah, we got little like storage bits. I'll show you those downstairs. Little storage bits for inside the drawers to like separate stuff. Or you've got the radiator cover that you need to build, and that'll go on there. Anything else for the nursery? I think that's all we got. In here we got lots of other things for like elsewhere in the house as well, but I'll show them in a separate video. This is just the nursery video. Have you got all the bits out? Do you know what you're doing?
Yeah. That's your job. Normally Neve gets all the bits, places them all out, and then she'll look at the instructions, hand me them, and I'll do it.
Have you looked at the instructions?
Instructions?
Just take your time. Do it properly.
Right, bye.
Bye. new nursery update. This is how we're looking at the moment. We've got our chest of drawers here. Ignore all of the bits and bobs that are on top. These are all of the little like storage things that we got that we just need to like build and work out what we want in each drawer. But it was late on last night by the time this was like finished, so we've left that until today. I've got a couple of prints here. There is another one of these. I don't know whether you can tell. It kind of, they come in a set of 3. So there's one similar to this, well sort of, yeah, similar to this, but flipped, that goes on the end, so it kind of goes in like a bit of an arch like that. But I just thought they were really cute. Can you guess where they're from? Obviously Team U. But these frames are just 2 frames that I already had from Desenio, but I've only got 2, so I'm gonna have to either get 3 new frames that match or buy 1 more of these frames. And I'm thinking of putting the 3 prints on this wall, like above the cot, and then having a mirror on this wall. So yeah, we've got drawers and we've got the cot here, which I really like. I'm glad we went for this cot. We weren't originally going to go for this one. We were just going to go for a much more basic one that just had like the sort of wooden slats right around, but it was very basic. It was only £90, not this one, the other one, but it wasn't doing anything for us. And this one was only, I think it was 130 possibly, or 120. So it was a little bit more expensive, but nothing crazy. So we just decided to go for the nicer one. Obviously this is like a cot bed, so should last a couple of years at least. We've then also got this radiator cover, which I did buy for in here and Louis built last night. I think this was from, I want to say Argos, and it was in the sale, so it was only £65, and it's quite a long one. I think it's 150 centimetres, which is longer than the radiator in here, but obviously that's fine. However, I did know that we were going to have to do some like adjusting with this because of how low the windowsill is. Louis was going to have to basically sort of cut around about 5 centimetres off the bottom to drop this down so that it slots basically flush up against the wall underneath the windowsill. It's taking up a lot more space than it needs to at the moment because it's like not up against the wall, if that makes sense. But the more we started like looking at it and stuff, obviously Louis was going to have to cut 5 centimetres off the bottom, which was basically going to mean that it probably would have just been like flat on the floor. We would have lost this like curve and this gap, which I think you need on a radiator cover. Obviously there's certain gaps dotted around on radiator covers, and I'm pretty sure they're there for a reason, to obviously allow the heat to actually come out and like flow around the room. So yeah, it ended up sort of turning into a bit of a bigger job. Louis was saying he was going to have to obviously cut the feet, but then potentially cut even further up and right along here so that we had that gap at the bottom. He was then also going to have to potentially cut around the sides to slot in around the paneling that we've done. And yeah, it was just turning into like quite a lot of adjustments to this radiator cover, which is actually quite a sturdy radiator cover compared to some of the ones we've had before. We just got the like MDF ones from eBay in our old house, and they were fine, they did the job, but they were very flimsy. We did lose most of them in the move, to be honest. So this one it does seem like much better quality. And yeah, it just kind of seemed like a lot of work and a bit of a shame to start hacking at it to fit over this radiator, when obviously it's not needed. It was more, I wanted it for the look of it. I kind of just wanted to disguise the radiator. But yeah, anyway, I think we're gonna move this. I think we're gonna put this downstairs in what will be the playroom. And then obviously we'll probably leave the cot around about where it is. obviously not have it pushed right up to the radiator. We'll have a little bit of a gap, but we don't want to push it too far over because this is obviously the wardrobe, which you can get to, like you can just reach over the cot and get to it. But we kind of want to keep a gap down here so that we can actually get down it and get into the wardrobe, which we can do as it is. But yeah, that's kind of why we've got the cot pushed up a little bit more towards that side. These are the baskets we got as well from Ikea. They're a bit of a tight squeeze, to be honest with you, but we got 4 of these, which I just thought can either be used along the bottom like that, or they can go on the shelf at the top just for additional storage. But yeah, that is kind of where we're at with the nursery. We did get quite a few bits of like bedding and things like that, obviously for the cot, which isn't really necessary for quite a while, but I obviously just wanted to pick some up while we were at Ikea. There was lots of different bits and bobs and it was a little bit confusing, but I got a mattress protector, I think this is, and I then got some like just white fitted sheets. I think these come in a pack of 2 and I got 2 of these. So we've got 4 fitted sheets for the cot. And I then got, see, it's annoying that everything's in Swedish and I don't know the actual names of things. This said something on like the label in Ikea and I think it was like a cot, I can't remember what it's called. Basically, this goes, like, it hangs down, so it's got sort of like a floaty sheet that hangs down here so that this bottom bit of the cot isn't just a gap. That sort of like floats down, if that makes any sense. So I'll have to figure out what I need to do with this. Oh, there, so there's a picture on the front there, so it's like this bit down here that just sort of hangs and yeah, disguises that gap, because to be honest we could potentially get some bits under there, like storage bits, but obviously there's not much space between the floor and the bottom of that bit. But yeah, I got that anyway, and this does have, I think it's got little like polka dots on it, which is quite cute. Oh, we also got just some little like protector things for the corners of coffee tables or anything like that. We just picked up a pack of those while we were there. So yeah, that is how the nursery is currently looking. We're still waiting for blinds. I think they should be delivered next week, I think one day next week, so we can get the blinds up, and then we need a curtain pole and curtains. I've seen some curtains that I like from Dunelm, and we'll probably get the curtain pole from there as well. The mirror that I've seen is actually from Dunelm as well. It looks a little bit like, I'll pop a picture on screen, it reminds me a little bit of a cloud, which I feel like is cute, because I don't want to go with too much. I don't want the nursery to be too like kiddie, if that makes sense. I know it's a child's nursery, but the bigger things like the curtains, for example, I kind of want curtains that will grow with her and that aren't too childish. Same with the light fitting. A few people have said you can get nice like cloud sort of light fittings and stuff, which I mean would be very cute, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I'm kind of thinking of just going more like thinking long term with those things and things that we can keep in this room or we can move to other rooms. But yeah, we are definitely getting there. There's not really much else that I need to do. I might start bringing stuff up and sort of like putting things in the place, because I don't know, why not? It seems daft not to. Everything is just piled up in like the spare living room, what will be the playroom downstairs. We've just got piles and piles of baby stuff. So it would be nice to just start sorting through things, and then obviously closer to the time we'll have to wash everything anyway, but it would be nice to know that things have the place, and yeah, I just feel like you can never be too organised. So I think I might sort through these bits that are on top of the drawers and yeah, just have a little bit of a sort out.